HorsecrazyMC back with the Wireless Redstone Sub Mods. There are, well, I'm not sure the number exactly, there's like 4 or 5 like add-on packs that you can get for the Wireless Redstone. I only have 2 installed right now. I will be getting the rest for you later to show you how they work. There are, the 2 that I have installed right now is called the Wireless Sniffer, which looks like that. Looks like a TV that you're holding upside down. And then the Wireless Configuator, which looks like a plug. Okay, looks like a plug. So I'm going to show you both how these work. I have something set up over here to show you how the configurator works. So, well, first I'll just do the sniffer. So you don't, what the sniffer does, you just right click anywhere, and it brings up this grid of 1 pixel dots. Each dot's a pixel, and that represents all 9,999 channels that, or frequencies that the Wireless Redstone mod has. So you notice up here in the corner especially, so the first one's 0, the last one down here in this corner will be like 9,999. So you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all in use. This only shows them if they are turned on. So if I went and turned all of these off, all of these red dots would be red. But the ones that are turned on are green. This helps you know what frequencies you're using. If you have a lot of stuff going on in your map with the Wireless Redstone and you're not sure what frequencies you're using, you just right click anywhere. You get your pixel map here and it'll show you which ones are being used. So see, I have a whole whack of ones that I can still use. So I'll tell you why 1 to 6 are being used, and then there's one over here and there's one over here. So that's all the sniffer does. That's absolutely it. All it does. Voila. So the configurator has a slightly more interesting job. So I have 120 over here. And it is powering on. It only works off indirect power. That's the only way the configurator works. So indirect redstone power is when the power, so from the receiver here, is being sent through a block before it gets to the redstone. As soon as the redstone wire directly touches, so if I break that, put that there, that's direct. And that is indirect. So you need indirect power for the configurator to work. So I jump up here, I right click, so I plug my little configurator in, and it says power direction. So what's all this mean? North, east, south, west, up and down. Well, that's the direction that the power from the receiver is being sent through these blocks. So if I go and turn all these off, even though the receiver's on, it's not pulsating power through any of this at all. So if I only want it going through one direction, so say north, it's going to power up only the north side. So say I want it going north and south. Well, then it's going to power up the south side as well. So this is good. It even goes up too. But I'm going to keep that turned off right now. So the cool thing about this is if you're building a vending machine or something that requires the receivers and all the redstone to be this close together, and you have a block here, but you don't want to destroy this block. So if you destroy that block, it's not going to have any effects. But if for some reason there's a block there, so like a wall, so say this was all built up and you're on another side of the wall. Okay, so this is the other side of the wall. You're building something new. But wait, this is turned off. There's still power to this redstone mine. Well, that's because on the other side you have your receiver, and that's through one block. So even when you turn this on, where is it really getting power from? Well, you don't know. So that can kind of mess up your build, or whatever contraption you've made. So you take your configurator, and you just turn it off in that direction. So I'm pretty sure that's west, so I'll turn it off, yeah. Turn it off in that direction. So now it's turned off. So now when you turn this one on, it's only getting power from one receiver. And that's exactly how you want it to be. So that's all the configurator does too. It helps you direct, doesn't work on transmitters obviously, only on receivers. And it just helps you pick which direction you want your indirect power to go. Actually hang on, I'm sure that if I turn this off, oh whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I have to put this there. Okay, so that's now direct power. So I use my configurator, and it doesn't matter. So, like turning one off is going to turn the other off. So this is the indirect power. I want it going northeast, southwest. But even if I turn off the north and the south, it's still going to get power because it's directly touching now. So I'm going to turn that back on. So if you want it to not, stay on that one. If you want it not to power directly, you have to turn the power direction off, so it doesn't even power that direction. But you can still have it, whoops, so that it indirectly powers that desired area. So it can work for direct power too. You just have to change the power direction, not the indirect power. You change this, not this. So that is 2 of the sub mods. There's a few more that I haven't installed yet, so I will get them installed and do the rest of the video for you guys. So that's the configurator and the wireless sniffer. The sniffer just has your grid. The configurator helps you power in different directions if you want to turn off a certain direction. So, HorsecrazyMC signing off. So the next sub mod I'm going to show you is the wireless triangulator. It works essentially the same way as a regular compass does. You just right click anywhere. It says triangulator. You select a frequency. So I'm going to go and hit 5. We'll use 5 just for dramatic emphasis. So as long as, here I'll show you with this one. I'll change this, whoops, change this to 15 because 15 is right here. So as long as this transmitter's turned on, my triangulator compass will have the blue line and it will direct me towards that. As soon as I go and turn this off, the triangulator will not work. So as long as the circuit is turned on, you'll be able to find that desired frequency. So I'm going to go and find number 5, which I already know exactly where it is, but just to show you guys how it works. So this submod can be really helpful if you like hiding your redstone circuits underground or within a wall, but then you can't remember where a certain frequency is, and say you need to test it or something. Hello, Mr. Chicken. So I think the triangulator can be helpful on both a small and large scale, especially if you've hidden stuff underground like I have. And that's exactly where this is going to take me here. So here I am, and then it starts pointing underground. So I just jump down here, if it will let me, there we go. And it will take me to number 5, which is right here. And then it's going to point directly at it, obviously. So that's how the triangulator works. Oops. It works exactly like that. I'm just going to fill in my little hole here. Then I'm going to turn this off, so I'm going to put it back to 0 because I don't have anything on 0. So that's how the triangulator works. There is one more submod, well there's 2 more that I haven't looked at. The wireless remote, which I'm going to have to wait till the 1.1 update to show you guys that because I can't get it to work with 1.1, and the creator says there's some kind of bug there that he's not going to bother fixing. Just because he's working on releasing the 1.1. And then the last one's the clocker, but I had trouble with it in this version too. So it looks essentially like that. It's like a timing device. So you go, you pick a frequency, 11 is what I'm going to use, and then you pick an interval of time. So right now it's set at 1 second. You can add a second to it for 1,000 milliseconds, and you can also change it by milliseconds too, but I wanted it 2 seconds. So the clocker works like your transmitter. So as soon as you turn it on, it's I'm not sure what's going on over there, but it works like your transmitter. It's not working properly, so when you turn it on, it's supposed to light up for 3 seconds, or whatever your interval time is. So it goes on for 3 seconds, turns off for 3 seconds, on, off, etc. Until you switch the switch off, and then it'll just stay off. So then that will transmit to this, and it'll go on for 3 seconds, off for 3 seconds, on, off. And it will continuously do that, so it's good if, like, this is my favorite submod when it works properly. For some reason it's not working, so I'll do an update on this when he releases the 1.1 version of the clocker, because doesn't seem to be working properly. So that is the 1.0 wireless redstone mod. I will do a short little update video later when he releases the full 1.1, because right now he only has a couple submods updated. So that was the Sniffer, the Configuator, the Clocker, the Triangulator. The remote wasn't working, I'll show you guys that later. And then the regular transmitters and receivers for the wireless redstone mod. HorsecrazyMC signing off.